Right, so, hello, welcome back. So, I saw a video by Batty where he tried to make a 1 minute nether portal, and, while I don't really do a lot of, Minecraft things, uh, especially not on this channel, because I've been busy with other, hobbies and stuff, I was intrigued because I've always liked speedrunning things. I was catching up, actually, on Batty's base race for this month, because I do try and keep up with that when I can. But, I watched this video and I read the description, and he basically called it a challenge, and I was like, oh, I like challenges. So I decided to give it a try, and this clip you just finished watching there, that was my first attempt that made it under 45 seconds, which my goal was 45 seconds. And it was the first, uh, build design for building the portal that I did. The inventory, you can see I used a standard inventory. I used the same gear that Batty had when he did it. So I had the bucket of water and the iron tools and such. This clip you're about to finish watching here, this was one that I was really happy with up until I made like 4 mistakes in a row. So this one actually came out to be 43 seconds, but I was pretty sure it could have been cut down to like 34 seconds if I didn't make any major mistakes. And then this clip that you're watching right now is the final one of the serious attempts with the equipment that Batty had. Um, I started doing this at around 12:30, like midnight 12:30, and this one was actually filmed at about 1 a.m. And so I was like, kind of tuckered out of doing the serious attempts. Um, but it came out at a solid 37 seconds. I think if I had kept going, I could have got it down to 30 seconds, just flat across the board. Maybe not easily repeatable, but at least get it done. Now this one, I'm very proud of this one. Let's stop on that frame right there. Um, what you're going to notice is that this one uses a bug where if you build a portal behind you in creative mode and then use a fishing rod into a pool of lava, you can actually turn around and light the portal and go through it. I know, it is quite incredible, but you'll see it made it to the nether. Game didn't stop me or anything. This clip now, this is what happens if you attempt to build with obsidian. I thought this one would actually work, but unfortunately I was never actually able to build a working portal. I don't know what the problem was. Uh, then if, I was like, hey, I could automate this, so I decided to use dispensers for my next attempt. But I didn't want to make it too easy, so I only gave myself one bucket and put the water in it. And at first I thought, maybe this would be really easy. You just, you put the bucket of lava in the dispenser, activate the dispenser, and then it would output the bucket of lava, turning it into obsidian. Significantly easier than, placing it yourself. So I went ahead and did that just over and over a couple times. You can see the right side, it started going pretty well. Um, Definitely not as speedy as I expected it to be. In fact, doing it by hand actually turned out to be faster than this method. Um, Now, maybe if you really practiced getting that lava bucket in the dispenser, you can see I made like a mistake here. That probably cost me some time. Um, so, I think if someone really practiced this method, it could probably be significantly faster. But I unfortunately was not an expert. You can see things just started going downhill very quickly for me. Um, I was struggling to get the lava over. The water wasn't in the right spot. Cobblestone was everywhere. Um, and then, unfortunately, I actually, although I hadn't realized it yet, built this portal just a little too short. I guess I was too used to dealing with gnomes in Dungeons and Dragons lately. I've had a lot of players in my campaign that have chosen to be gnomes, so I'm used to making things smaller and shorter for their benefit. And I guess my nether portal building skills kind of suffered from that. So this portal, unfortunately, is too small to use. Um, and yeah, you can see I'm just realizing it right here. And yep. So then we'll cut to the next clip, and this next clip that you are seeing is actually I went on and I was like, you know what? Why build my own portal when I can find somebody else's? So I ran around until I found a base, and I went ahead and just went down and I used their nether portal, and that was actually a legitimate strategy. Would recommend using someone else's nether portal if you're struggling to build your own in record time. But if there's nobody else, if you're playing on a single player world, just log out, go into a mini game server. Now the first one I tried was Mineplex. I wouldn't recommend Mineplex. I looked around for a significant period of time, was not able to find any nether portals in the area. I just kind of jumped around a bunch. I didn't think the mini games would have any, so I didn't bother trying to go to them. And after a while, I just kind of like gave up, and I quit out of that. And I went over to Hypixel, and I knew Hypixel had nether portal somewhere. I just couldn't remember exactly where. But after turning around, I did manage to find it. I jumped in, and their nether portal was actually instantaneous, which made it the most effective nether portal, although it did take a little bit of time. But if you knew where it was, it would work great. Now this is the best method. You can actually just set a nether portal on top of yourself. Works instantaneously if you're in creative mode. And yeah. So I hope that this helps with anyone trying to speedrun build portals. I hope maybe I got a chuckle out of you once or twice. Thank you for watching. And yeah, Batty's video is in the description, as I'm sure you've probably already noticed. But if you want to see what that actually was, you can go check it out. Alrighty, goodbye.